Battle packs are one of the cornerstones for LEGO Star Wars. Some of the best LEGO sets and some of my favorite sets growing up for LEGO Star Wars have been battle packs. And with each year, the number of battle packs that we get dwindling, and also LEGO shifting their focus onto some more of the super battle packs costing more money than before, going from the $20 to the $40, I think that today was a good time to go through and look at some potential battle packs that we could be getting in 2026, as well as some battle packs that I would love to see LEGO make in the future. So without further ado, let's get right on into this video. First battle pack that I want to talk about today is the Galactic Marines battle pack. Now this is one that if I brought up a little bit ago, I would have completely written off, but now with the rumors of a UT-AT coming out later this year, I think this is a battle pack that definitely shows some potential to be one that could come out in 2026. The Galactic Marines have been a minifigure in very high demand from LEGO Star Wars fans for the past 20 years, ever since their appearance in Revenge of the Sith, and I think it would be perfect to get them in a battle pack, especially if we are getting them in that UT-AT. It would be a perfect battle pack to go out alongside it, so you can build up your army. I think that they have a great design and it would be really cool to be able to army build them. As for the builds, I think a mini UT-AT or some sort of speeder or turret could be a very cool build, and I have no doubt that this one would sell. I think the Galactic Marines have a sick design. You could potentially throw in some sort of Commander Bacara in there, but I would prefer just to get the 4 Galactic Marines and then, save Commander Bacara for the UT-AT so we don't have a ton of Commander Bacaras if you are trying the army build with this battle pack. But I think this is one that would be loved by fans, and it's one that I really hope to see out of LEGO Star Wars in the future. Next up is a battle pack that I've been lobbying for pretty much my whole life, the Wolf Pack being some of my favorite clone troopers ever out of Star Wars, and going with that, the 104th Wolf Pack battle pack. I think this would be great. I love the Wolf Pack troopers. I know there's a ton of people out there that love the Wolf Pack as well. Yes, we have gotten them before in LEGO Star Wars, being in the Phase 2 and the Phase 1, but both of those minifigures is not something that would ever really be army buildable for the average person, both being well over $60 to $70 per minifigure. So I think getting them in a battle pack would be perfect, and I think that the fans would love it. Now personally, I would prefer just to get the Phase 2, but the Phase 1 are also really sick. I just don't think that LEGO would go back and make any kind of 2008 style Clone Wars clone troopers again, especially for a battle pack, but I do think that it would be most likely to see this with the Phase 2 clone troopers, and it's one that I could see LEGO doing in the future, as it is something in high demand. And because we're getting the 327th this year, I think getting a different legion in the future, maybe a more niche one like the Wolf Pack or something like that, is definitely a lot more plausible now that LEGO is branching out and doing different branches other than, the 501st, the 212th, or the Grunts and Shock Troopers. So it's nice to see LEGO going and giving us more diversity, and I think the Wolf Pack would be great. Now here I have the Specialist Battle Pack kind of showing off. That would be very cool, but I also think it would be sick just to get the plain Wolf Pack Troopers. I think they're sick. I think the Wolf Pack have some of the best designs, and we would have to get a Phase 2 Wolf in a set to go alongside these, because you can't have the Wolf Pack without Commander Wolf. Overall, this would be sick. I love the Wolf Pack, and I really hope to see them in LEGO Star Wars at some point in the future. You cannot build your clone army without being able to build your droid army to oppose them, and this brings me to my next battle pack, being a droid battle pack. We only ever got the one true droid battle pack in 2007, and it's been, almost 20 years now, coming up on the 20th anniversary of that set coming out, and we still have not gotten another one. Yes, we've gotten like troop carriers, we're getting the MTT, but those aren't battle packs. It's not good to build your droid army with those. We need a true droid army builder. Nowadays, we're lucky if we get, 2 battle droids thrown into our clone battle packs, but I want a true droid battle pack, and I think this would be perfect. You just throw in a bunch of B1s, some super battle droids, give us some stats, maybe some little different brick built droids like a I don't know, a droidica, a spider droid, a crab droid would be great, but honestly just anything to beef up the droid armies. We've gone too long without a good way to army build droids. Yes, like I said earlier, we get them thrown in here or there in a lot of different sets, but I think a droid battle pack is the perfect way for us to be able to build up our droid armies, and I'm really sad that we haven't seen one, but I'm hoping that LEGO turns that around and gives us one in the future. The next battle pack is dedicated to one of the most underrated LEGO clone troopers that we got, being the Commander Neo, or the 91st Legion clone trooper. I think that the Bark Trooper is such a cool minifig, such a good design, and with that dark orange, looks great. Now I would have liked this to be, primarily just the 91st Recon Troopers, not necessarily all of the same little Bark Troopers, because I think it would be cooler to get a little bit more diversity in the battle pack. But once again, I would just love to see them return the LEGO Star Wars. Only ever came out in that one set in 2014, I believe, and I think it would be great to get more of them, especially in an army buildable way, in a battle pack would be super cool. I think the 91st Recon are a very, very cool clone trooper, and it would be sick to get them, especially in some sort of battle pack, or honestly any set I would be happy with. But I think this one would be really cool, and you could get the iconic Recon speeder, you know, what they are known for, and it would be sick. Put them on Slunkomai or something like that for the battle pack box art, and it would be so cool, and I would love to see this in the future. Maybe even reintroduce us to some of the ARF troopers as well. I know they aren't technically the same thing, you know, with the Rancor Battalion and the 91st Recon Battalion, but the color schemes match up good enough, and I would also love to just see the ARF troopers make a return to LEGO. Next up, taking a step over to the Imperial side of things, the first kind of battle pack that I would love to see would be some sort of Sand Trooper battle pack. I think the Sand Troopers have some great designs. I think they look great, and it would be really cool to be able to army build them. You could get like 1 or 2 Sand Troopers as well as some Scout Troopers, maybe a little speeder and a probe droid build would be really cool, and I think that that would be really cool. Put them on Tatooine, and I would love to see that. It would be a good way to beef up your Imperial army. Also, while getting some different diversity in there other than just your shiny regular Stormtroopers. I think this would be sick. Give them the little pauldrons as well, and it would be really cool. The brick build backpacks, and I think this would be a great battle pack. Also, on the same topic of the Imperial battle packs, I think getting a Shore Trooper battle pack based on Rogue One would also be very, very cool. I think the Shore Troopers are some great minifigure designs that LEGO did previously. Unfortunately, we never got them very accessible because they weren't in a battle pack, and I think putting them in a battle pack would be a great way to be able to army build them, and I'd honestly just be happy to see them make another appearance in Star Wars in some point in the future, so we could get some more LEGO minifigures of them. Maybe if they are very prevalent in the next season of Andor, this is one that will become more likely, but right now, unfortunately, it's not looking likely that we would get a Shore Trooper battle pack, but I really hope that we see one at some point in the future. And the last battle pack that I have for the Imperial battle packs is a Mud Trooper or a Mimban style battle pack. That Mud Trooper I've seen sell for like $80, and it's such a cool minifigure. One of the best minifigures that is related to the solo sets, and it would be so cool if we could army build that, because I would 100% army build it if it didn't cost $80. Imagine they were in a $20 battle pack, you get 4 of them, and you could just army build them. They look so cool. The different mud splatter, the cape, it was such a good minifigure, and I really hope that LEGO brings it back, especially if they put it in a battle pack. I think that would be really cool. You could also, you know, get the other version, like the Mud Han kind of version, but just the Trooper would also be sick in this battle pack. And there's also some great ideas for different builds that you could have in here with some of the tanks that we have not seen yet. I would love to see this, and it would be really cool to get a battle pack with the Mimban Troopers, or just something based on the Solo series. I think it would also be cool to get something with the Range Troopers in it, but preferably I would love to see the Mimban Troopers, because I think Mimban is, other than being a really cool planet, had some really cool stuff going on as well with the different vehicles as well as the different characters that we saw on the planet. Next up, we have a battle pack for some non-canon clone troopers, but might not need any introduction if you know who High Ground Animations are, and that is going to be the Tuck Clone Troopers battle pack. Some sick designs here. These come from a fan-made animation by High Ground Animations on the Tuck Tails. Some great stuff. Make sure you check them out. I'll leave a link to them in the description. They have some great animations and a great story revolving around these guys. Not one that I would, ever see plausible for LEGO Star Wars to actually make this a battle pack, but I figured that I would show this one off because I saw it and I thought it looked great, and it would be so cool to get this. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think this is one that's likely, but it would be sick to see some great styles and some great different, something different with these clone troopers. They don't have the same old design that you see on all of the other ones. Something unique, especially with the turquoise kind of coloring. They would be sick to get, but not one that would be likely in all seriousness. Next up is a remake of the Utapau Trooper Battle Pack, or the 212th Trooper Battle Pack. One of the best battle packs of all time, and I think we are overdue for a remake, the 212th being such an iconic clone trooper, and I would love to just see the airborne troopers come back as well. This would be perfect. You throw them in with a little crab droid, you get your 4 clone troopers, 2 normal 212th, and then 2 airborne, and it would be perfect. It would be a great battle pack and a great rehash of the previous one that we got back in 2014. I guess on the same wavelength, you could say that it would be great to get a new updated version of the Kashyyyk Troopers battle pack. However, I think that, being probably my favorite battle pack of all time, would also be great to get an updated version. However, I kind of am scared to see what LEGO would do to the Kashyyyk Troopers, because I don't think that they would do that kind of all over print. I feel like they would kind of change it up a little bit. However, I would be open to it. I think the Kashyyyk Troopers have some of the best designs out of all of the clone troopers, and I would love to see LEGO rehash that and make an updated version of either of the 2 battle packs from 2014, because, 2 of the best battle packs of all time in the Kashyyyk Troopers battle pack and the Utapau Trooper battle pack. However, I think that the 212th Trooper battle pack, is a little bit more deserving of that remake. That was all of the custom battle packs that I had to talk to you guys about today. Let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite and which one you would want to see LEGO make the most. And if you have any other ideas for battle packs that LEGO could make in the future, or if you want to see a sequel to this video, because there are countless different battle packs ideas, I could make a ton of these videos. And if you guys want to see it, then I will. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more of that, or just more LEGO content in general. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe. Drew, signing out.